Afternoon, Luke Kennedy. How are you today? How are things in Canyon City
Good,
today?
Alex. They're good. Yep. The weather is nice, the which is a big deal as a golfer that I can finally just I can live the way that I want to live because
Yeah,
now I can go golfing whenever I want.
other than the quality of your golf game, you can live however you want to live.
Because that is actually very true. Yes. Correct.
Because you know what a good golfer I am, if you recall from Top Golf.
I think that's the only time I've ever seen you swing a golf club is
Yeah,
I think Holy Week is a funny thing because for me because growing up in the church as a kid, I think back in the or maybe late 90s, early 2000s, like the idea of non-denominational evangelical church doing liturgical things was kind of poo-pooed on, right? And
yeah,
nowadays,
out
I
of
mean,
bounds.
yeah, nowadays like our church is we're in the midst of we had a gathering last night, we have a gathering tonight, which it's Tuesday, it's Holy Tuesday. But then we'll have a Maundy Thursday gathering, we'll have a Good Friday gathering. So, so much has shifted
It
and
seemed like the rise of evangelicalism in the mid 1900s was like so anti-liturgical,
mhm.
and here we are, 75 years later, and it feels like we've kind of overcome that extreme reaction against liturgy. All right, I'm going to ask you the same two questions that I ask strangers on the street. First one is, do you believe in life after death?
Mm. Uh well that's an interesting way to put it. I think uh I I've been I've been thinking about this
Did I
idea.
stump you on this one? You
Well,
seem you don't know
when
how
you
you
say
feel
life
about
after
this one.
death. So here's what I would say. I would say that uh, the Apostle Paul kind of hints at the idea that we might, if you're in Christ, you might not actually taste death. And so it's an
Ah.
interesting. So to say, do I believe in life after death? It's like, well, what does that mean? So does that mean that if I'm in Christ, what does it mean to die? It means, I think what I would say is, I believe that there is life after my body stops functioning.
I am at you know where. I am talking to people about Easter stuff. Specifically, do you believe in life after death? And do you believe that Jesus actually rose from the dead? All right. What's your name?
Charlie.
Thanks for helping me. So, life after death, do you think that exists or no?
You never know. I know people that died and came back to life and it was all black when they
Okay.
died. So,
So maybe they saw nothing. There was
yeah.
nothing.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thanks for helping me. What's your name?
Janine.
Thanks, Janine. You fixed your purse?
Yeah, fix my purse.
Okay. All right. Two questions. Do you believe that there's life after death?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Any particular reason?
No, I guess maybe because I want to.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know.
That's cool. Okay. What's your name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Thank you for helping me. It's Easter week, so the questions this week have to do kind of with that. First one is, do you believe that there's life after death?
No,
Okay. Any particular reason? Just how it looks to you, or
just don't think it does.
yeah, when we die, we're done.
We're done.
Okay. All right. This is Easter week. Christians believe that Jesus rose from the dead. What do you think?
I believe in Jesus and God.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah. You think he's still around? If he rose from the dead, is he around, or is he hanging out
He's
somewhere?
everywhere, dude.
Okay.
He's everywhere.
Cool. All right. Second question. Church people, Christians believe that Jesus rose from the dead. What's your opinion on that?
Yes, I believe he did. I believe
Okay.
He did, yeah. He was resurrected.
Okay. And any particular reason why you believe that?
Um, just from the studies that I've had, when I was growing up, and
Okay. Like
Yeah.
Sunday school stuff, or
Sunday school, Bible school, and that kind of stuff.
probably answers the second question. Christians celebrate Easter this week, and they believe that Jesus rose up from the dead. Do you have any opinions about that?
Probably not.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Okay. So you're getting super spiritual here and talking about how believers go from life to life, and it sounds like you're denying the process of dying to ourselves. That
Oh,
you're
yes.
bypassing sanctification is what I'm hearing you say.
Clearly, yes.
What is it? What's it going to look like? Life after death.
Going back to the Apostle Paul, I mean, I think he says something to the effect of, "Hey, like it'll be like in a flash, we'll be raised to new life, and our somehow our who we were on Earth will be transferred in some way to this new thing this new body that we'll have, and it'll be in a new reality, if you will. The best actual thing that we have to explain it for us is the resurrection of Jesus. But the concrete thing that I think as an Orthodox Christian you would stick to is to say, well, what happened with Jesus? Like we actually have these accounts, 4 different accounts of Jesus being alive after death. And he was Jesus, like it was Jesus, but he was different. But his body still had scars, but like he could maybe move through walls. And like when he goes into heaven at the very end, when he ascends into heaven, it's a physical body that ascends into heaven. So what does that mean? You know, it's not like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars, who just gets cut with a lightsaber, and he disappears.